Hello everybody, it's Frugal Streamer, and I have a video for you today for you new Tail 2 owners. I've learned a few things over the last couple of weeks, and I think you need to know about. So I'm going to give you 3 things that will help you in your Tail 2 journey that you may not know about. So let's get into it. All right, so the first tip, let's talk about power and the Tail 2. Obviously, a lot of people think they can just push the button, and when it cycles off, they think that it's fully powered off, but that's not the case. You're just in standby. That allows you to remotely restart it using the Start app or using the Tail remote, right? If you really want to power this off so that you don't drain your battery, because over time your battery will still drain, and a lot of people are like, well, why do I only have like 75% power when it was like 90% last night? Okay, so what you need to do is you just need to hold the power button down and continue to hold it down. It's going to cycle through one time, and then when you see the lights do that again where they go up and back down, now that is now fully powered off. So you got to wait for these lights to cycle twice, and then you can let go of the power, and this is fully powered off, and you should not get any trickle charge from your battery, and it should be the same charge that it was the night previously. All right, so the second tip I got for you is an audio related tip. Now, I currently have my Rodecaster Duo plugged into the mic input of the Tail 2. You have 2 of these that you can use in the back. One's a mic level and one's line level. So I have a 3.5 millimeter going into the back. Now, if I did not have a ground loop isolator like this that you can get on Amazon for $10 or AliExpress, you know, these are pretty cheap, then you would have all kinds of hissing noise in the signal. So let me demonstrate. Now you should be able to hear tons of noise in the audio signal because I've removed this ground loop isolator. Not pleasant. So for a simple $10, you'll clean up any signal from any of these patch cables that you plug directly into the back of the Tail 2. Now I'll say, if you're using a direct microphone back into the Tail 2, say like a video micro from Rode or something like that, a shotgun mic, something that you can put a direct input into the back of the Tail 2, then you don't have to worry about a ground loop. But if you're going to input something like a mixer that has its own power source into the Tail 2, well, that's when you need to worry about this. All right, tip number 3, and this is another audio related tip. And this is concerning using the mic inputs, again, recording in the Tail 2 and being able to check your levels. I'm surprised a lot more people don't know this, but inside of the preview for OBSBOT Center, in that you can select the little microphone icon that gives you an audio mixer where you can look at levels, you can control the mix, you can select whether you want to have audio follow video, you can select single source. It's really a cool thing. And within that, you do have a VU meter where you can look at your levels to make sure you're not peaking or make sure you have enough gain. Now, inside of the audio settings, inside of the OBSBOT Center, there you can select the actual gain level for the microphone. You can also select whether you want auto gain on, and you can also select the noise reduction level that you want to use. Currently, I am actually using auto gain with no noise reduction, using my wireless go-to, going in back to the back of the mic input on Tail 2. And the VU meter right now is, I would say, probably about 75%, which I'm assuming is somewhere in the neighborhood of about -18, -15. It does not give you a number, but you can see, and it will tell you, it will give you a left and right signal. You can see what your levels are and whether or not you're going to be clipping or not. And I got plenty of headroom in this microphone. So a lot of people didn't know that. I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. But anyway, there you go. All right, now here is an honorable mention, and this is just something I want to tell you about. If you do not want to buy the NDI license for Tail 2, or you just don't use the NDI workflow in your own broadcast or recordings,
Don't sleep on the virtual camera. You can actually run Tail 2 in Wi-Fi, and you will still be able to see it in OBSBOT Center and OBSBOT Start. In OBSBOT Center on your desktop, you can use the virtual camera, and then in your broadcast software, say OBS, Studio, vMix, whatever you're using, you can just simply add a source to your scene, and it would be treated as a video capture device, just like any other camera that you would use. And then you would just look for OBSBOT virtual camera. Then you can have the program feed going into the virtual camera, and then you can control what cameras you want to see. You can do this over Wi-Fi, and I've done this quite successfully with both the Tail 2s and the Tail Air at great distances over our Wi-Fi at church instead of using NDI. It does actually work pretty well if you want to stream in 1080p 30 or 4K 30. I think you are limited to 30 FPS, but for a church live stream, or if you're broadcasting a conference, something like that, it's not a big deal, right? So yeah, take advantage of virtual camera if you're not willing to spend the extra $100, or I think it's $89, I think now, for the NDI license for Tail 2. Also, if you want to test the Tail 2 out, make sure it's going to work for you in your space, especially if you're a house of worship and you want to know if the Zoom is going to be enough for you, and you don't want to have to also go buy the NDI license. Well, virtual camera is a great way to test the Wi-Fi and test the capabilities of the camera, and still be able to use the Wi-Fi functionality in your own space. So there you go. All right, everybody, that's it. I hope you have a great day. Again, OBSBOT, thank you for the Tail 2s. I will be doing more tutorials and guides for Tail 2 and the accompanying software, including OBSBOT Live and OBSBOT Center, right here on the channel. So if you are interested in that content, please subscribe to the channel. Also hit like for this video, please. It would help me out greatly. And I do appreciate your time and watching if you are here. Thank you very much. Have a great day. We'll see you later.